If you ever start to wonder why all the rain and all the thunder follows her around.
A poet named Rainer Maria Rilke said, "Have patience with everything that remains unsolved in your heart, leaving the question." This quote reminds me of the grace I need to cultivate when it comes to the unknown. We hear a lot about self-care and healing, yet it's difficult to find guidance in terms of trust, especially when all suddenly crumbles and you're told to trust the process, you're told not to be afraid, and that all unfolds as it should. There's truth in that, but I also like to believe that fear is a great teacher in learning to trust. It's understanding that fear is part of life, life being a movie of unpredictable scenarios, truly the definition itself of uncertainty. About 2 months ago, I've decided to leave Europe, where I've been based for years, to explore another part of the world and jump into the complete unknown. I've always been a wanderer, traveling a lot, living in different cities and countries, from London to Paris, from Amsterdam to Lisbon. And every time, excitement to get to know a new version of myself is my main motive. I'm currently in Montreal, staying at my brother's place for a couple of weeks after living in San Diego, California for a month, where I experienced a breakup. Montreal has welcomed my grief, my sadness, and allowed me to peel off layers to become anew. A breakup that has transformed into a breakthrough. It's actually been very healing to come back to my own inner space and do things at a slower pace than usual, especially because the change of season is definitely more felt in Montreal than in California. Witnessing the trees slowly ending their cycle in the most vibrant autumnal colors to then stand naked unfiltered when winter comes feels very aligned with my current journey, and it reminds me that there can be so much beauty and tenderness in endings. The colder seasons allow us to focus back on what really matters through gentleness. And as a very feminine being, I try to always be in alignment with my inner seasons and cycles, which has been helping a lot with listening to my needs. But even though I've been cultivating this awareness, I still struggle with the patterns I've been conditioned to, always rushing to the next step, always achieving, creating, producing, doing. To be honest, the sudden change of life plan I've just experienced forced me to completely pause, at a point where I found myself stuck, unable to move. Hey, I just wanted to share this moment right now as I'm on the couch, and I've been on the couch for a little while now, working on my computer, and also I've been thinking a lot. I've been in my head a lot, and I just wanted to film this because I don't want to share the beautiful moments only, but also the struggles and the humanness. And honestly, I'm smiling right now, but I went through sadness and excitement at the same time, kind of everything. And yeah, so I just wanted to share this moment and just, I don't really know what I'm looking for, but I'm for sure just sharing, so you don't have to feel alone if you're going through the same thing. I would get asked about my next plans, my next projects, and frankly, I still have no clue. I noticed how anxious I'd get when thinking of the future. I've already been wondering about what I want to do next and where I want to go next. as I'm in Montreal right now. I'm supposed to leave next week, but I still haven't booked any flight. So I just don't know. There's so many things that I don't know, and I do enjoy being in the unknown. I also think it's a struggle. Leaning into the now is for sure frightening, but I find it more frightening to have regrets or thoughts of what ifs. I'd rather live a life of trials, adventures, and experiences than a life of bitterness. I don't know if you've read the book or seen the movie, but someone recently told me that my current situation looks like Liz's situation in Eat, Pray, Love. So maybe it's time for me to read it again. I believe this is the best way to conclude this tiny introspective of my life. Where will you see me next? I guess stay tuned to find out.